So in this video, I will be explaining to you why there is no such thing as death and non-existence. Let's just get straight into it. Death and non-existence would mean that creation wouldn't happen to begin with in the first place. But creation did happen. That would mean that there's no such thing as non-existence. Just think about it clearly. Did non-existence create you? Is it all an accident? Well, say it is an accident that non-existence created you. That would mean that it's not non-existence. Rather, it's a being that created you. And I would go one step further. It's not a being that created you. Rather, you are this being. No shapes and no forms. It's being, misconstrued. It's being misinterpreted as non-existence. For example, if I ask somebody if they go off into sleep at night, you fall into unconsciousness, you go to sleep at night. They take that to be a sort of non-existence because they're not having, an experience in the way they're used to. Actually, you still are experiencing, but it's the formless aspect of yourself that you're experiencing. And rather, this being that we are has two aspects of it. The subjective aspect, meaning it's formless. It's not objective. That's what happens when you fall asleep. You're aware of absence. That's what sleep is. And it has the objective aspect of it, meaning, it manifests a reality in front of it. You can't really experience non-existence. That's impossible. You don't experience deep sleep. You dissolve into it because it's your very self to be formless, to not be the body or the mind. So don't misinterpret these things. There's no such thing as death for you. At the time of death, most likely what will happen is the same thing that happens when you go to sleep at night. It's just like falling asleep and then you wake up to another reality because energy can't be destroyed. Neither is it created because it's already formless. Just like you have water and so it's able to express itself in many different forms such as lemonade, Kool-Aid, wine, alcohol, ice, a cloud. We have being, we have consciousness, and it expresses itself as humans, as everything there is. There's no such thing as, nothing expressing itself as everything in existence. Rather, it is, being that is expressing itself as everything in existence. So even if you lose your form, say you're experiencing, awareness of absence. It's just like when you go into deep sleep at night. You're out. There's no experience for you. I'm saying even in that state, you still exist. And that's how you were before you had your human body. In that state, you still exist. Because you took on a form. You have a human body that proves that it exists. It proves itself by taking on a form, taking on a human body. So there's no such thing as death or non-existence if you look at it from this perspective. And you're not being created or destroyed because you're already this formless entity. Once again, I would like to say, there's no such thing as nothing. Because if there were, you wouldn't be here to talk or watch this video to begin with. There would be no cars, no land, no earth, no outer space if nothing was real. If non-existence was actually real, we wouldn't be here to have this experience to begin with. That proves it. So rather than saying, when we die, there's nothing. First, you have to admit you don't know. That's the first step. And then you will come to understand because it leaves a tremendous space within you. You know that you're here and you know that you're not this body or this mind. You know that you had to accumulate it because the body didn't accumulate itself. And there are some people that believe that when you die, there's nothing, total darkness or, absence. I would just have to say that isn't true. And even if that was true, it's not like you can suffer that. You can't suffer deep sleep. When you're in deep sleep, you're always happy. You're always fine because there's no creation there. There's no destruction there. When you're out for those 8 hours, unless you dream, there's no creation and there's no destruction there because nothing is happening. You don't have a form. And it is this that takes on all forms. It is the manifester. So life is the unmanifest manifesting itself. And that is what you are. You're the unmanifest. And the unmanifest is, God. It is reality. It is what you are. It takes on a form. It gives itself for the creation. So God isn't, your father. God is you, actually. You see, your only problem on your spiritual path is that you're seeing yourself as the son of God rather than seeing yourself as God. You have to take all the glory and all the credit. And, naturally, with you being this formless entity, naturally, you're a part of everything else as well. So you're universal as well. And this can even be proven with science. Us being made out of carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, everyone is made of that. And outer space is made of that. So your family is universal. You're a part of everything. You weren't created, and neither will you be destroyed. Thank you for watching.